guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing NFL Imperialism Part 2. And if you haven't seen NFL Imperialism Part 1, go check that out right now after this video, after you're done watching it. And same rules, same everything. So let's start with our first matchup. And I have a new wheel today. So yeah, I have a new wheel. Okay, so let's spin. I think I just have to tap it, and there we go. Spin, and the first team is the Bills. It's the Buffalo Bills, and the direction will be pointing at. Where are they fighting to? Basically, is what I'm trying to say. North. I don't think they can go north. Actually, we'll just count that as, zoom in. Well, if you can see over here, we'll just count that as a little part of the Giants. So they will be playing against the Giants. So we're only gonna show you like the end of the game like this. We're actually not gonna show you the super sim of it because I don't want this video to be long. I'm trying to shorten it up a little. So, the Giants lost, and once when the Bills got that first touchdown, they just kept that lead. So there wasn't really anything exciting about that game. And now let's continue on to our next match. Looks like it will be the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see where they are going. Where they're pointing to. They are going north. And on the wheel thing, looks like that will be Minnesota. So they're going to Minnesota. So the Chiefs won 31-28. Pretty much the same as last game. When the Chiefs got the first touchdown of the game, they just kept that lead. Minnesota, halfway through the third, they caught up to them, and then the Chiefs just wanted to blow them out. So they just kept on continuing the lead, and they didn't score after. So yeah, and let's move on to our next match. Ooh. The Washington Commanders. Now, where are they gonna go? They are gonna go south. So now on the wheel, they will be going to Carolina. Gonna try some on this. Now just see that little dot? That's where the Commanders are, and that's Carolina. So they will be going to Carolina. So the Commanders won 33-11, and like the same thing as the other two games. Once when they got the first touchdown of the game, they kept rallying, and this is a bad one for the Carolina Panthers because they just got crushed. And now let's move on to our next match. Okay. The Houston Texans. Now where will they be going? I mean, they can't go south, so it's somewhere south. Oh, northeast. And I think that will be Atlanta. Because of, yep, that will be Atlanta. They're going to Atlanta, Georgia. So the Falcons beat the Texans 41-38. The Texans had the first touchdown of the game, and then the Falcons got a touchdown, and then they just kept rallying. And the Texans, in the middle of the third quarter, they caught up, but the Falcons were still in the lead, and then the Texans kept trying to catch up, but then the Falcons just kept wanting to keep that lead, and they won. And now let's move on to our next game. the Dallas Cowboys. And where will they be going? Oh yeah, I forgot to do the direction. Silly me. Okay, let's just do the direction. They are going southeast. I think that's Georgia. That would be Georgia. Now, let's see if the Cowboys can beat the Falcons. They've been on a roll. So the Cowboys beat the Falcons 33-30. And this was a 37-30. There we go. And this was a back and forth game. Every second, both teams kept scoring. And at the end, the Cowboys got a game-winning touchdown to win it. And took over a lot of land. Now let's move to the next match. The Detroit Lions. Let's see where they are spinning. They are going southeast. And on the wheel, I think that will be Baltimore. And yes, that will be, folks. And they are going to Chesapeake Bay. So the Lions beat the Ravens 31-14. And it's basically the same as most games. Once when the Lions got the first touchdown, they kept gaining points and crushing the Ravens. And now, let's move on to our next matchup. Ooh, the Los Angeles Rams. They do have a big chunk though. And let's see where they are directionating. They are going north, so I think that will be Seattle. And yes, that will be Seattle. So now the Rams, they're going to Seattle. So the Seahawks beat the Rams 26-18. And now the Seahawks got a bunch of land. And it was a back and forth game. In the middle of the third quarter, Seahawks just started pulling away with it, and they kept that lead. So, and let's move on to our next match. The New York Jets. And let's see where they are going. They can't go north, so either we spin. Actually, they can go north because they're on the bottom, so just forget about that. And now, I was thinking they were the Giants, but they're not. But they will be playing against Buffalo, so they will be going to Buffalo. So the Jets won 31-24. And it was a back and forth game, like some of the other games. And with like 30 seconds left, the Jets got a touchdown. And then the Bills couldn't get one. So Jets win and they took over. And they take over also the top of New York. And let's move on to our next matchup. The Seahawks. They have a lot of land, but let's see where they will be playing. Northeast. Let's see. So I'll just count it as this. I always count that as Minnesota, but that's Kansas City. So they're going to Kansas City. So it was a close one. And the Seahawks won 28-24. And it was the same kind of game as last one. It was back and forth, but then it was like 45 seconds left. The Seahawks got a touchdown to win the game. And now the Chiefs are eliminated somehow. I don't know how. So let's move to our next match. What's the minute? The Chargers. They'll probably either go in Seattle or they'll go in the Cardinals. And let's see where they will be going. They will be going west, but they can't go west. So let's just spin again. Northeast. Pretty sure y'all know where that is. And also, yeah, I filled in all of this because there's no other teams, and also the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Vikings are all taken, and there was nothing between these and that, so I just filled it all in. And looks like they will be going to Seattle. So apparently I deleted the game by accident or something like that. But then I'll just tell you, Seattle won 33-22 against the Chargers. And it was back. The Seattle, they kept pulling the lead, and then Chargers were down bad. And then in the second half, they came back, and it was back and forth for the second half. But then Seattle barely won, so the Chargers are eliminated. And now Seattle has all of California. And now let's get to our next match. The Philadelphia Eagles. Now let's see where they are going. They will be going east. I don't think they can go east, but I will check. Yes, they can go east, and that will be to New York. So that means they will be playing against the Jets. And Eagles won 35-28, and it was a back and forth one, but the Eagles took out on the end. And thanks for watching, guys, and there will be a part 3 of this, the final episode. So see you guys in part 3. Bye!